Okay, so it's Tuesday the 17th of March 2020, officially St. Patrick's Day. And it's certainly the first St. Patrick's Day in my lifetime where I've just been to my local pub and myself, my dog, and one or two others have been the only drinkers in there. Quite a bizarre feeling. Anyway, we have a difficult decision to make, and that time is now. It's tweak some audio on this one. So I'm loving this game. After the vampire fiasco, where I streamed the game for about 15 hours and didn't realise that there was no game audio because I'm a fraud and a charlatan. I was tempted to download Fallout 4, but then I saw this on Game Pass and I thought, I've been putting it off for 2 months. Okay. Put it off for 2 months, so I think we got the setup we want now. So we're going with the long guns, with the long gun hat, as I like to call it. We've just geared up for droids, basically, on slot 3. Shot cannon. Actually, if we're going after droids, yeah, she needs the shot cannon back. So we are now going to go and divert power. And I'm 55% sure which way I'm going to divert that power. Now the temptation is to go and talk to Reed Thompson again. But we're not going to. Look at the fast travel. That's how scummy a decision it's going to be. So I think Parvati's going to be close to a level. Frames are looking quite low, so I've knocked it back to about 5700 bits. Doesn't counteract it. I'll stop this stream straight away and probably just play some Souls off stream. But we should be coming down to the tail end of it happening. So this should be our droid weapon of choice. How have we ended up here at night? Bad feeling about this. We should be able to hack this now. Not sure if I should be hacking this, but we might as well hack something, right? We're going to have some hardcore droids in here, I think. Not straight away. But yeah, I certainly think we're going to have some problems in here. I think I had a locker to hack, didn't I? Okay, just trying to... Yeah, we've got not so much a Manhattan, maybe a Seattle skyline going on with a bit rate at the minute. Yeah, just trying to, yeah, keep an eye on that bit rate. Of course, the main difference is compared to last week and the weeks before I've had problems is I'm not 2 rooms away from the router Wi-Fi connection, and yeah, stupidly, 7 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10 is fine. We found another vending machine. Yeah, actually sounds like death in here. What weapons do you do? Tossball sticks, shotgun, impact hammer.
It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice.
Parvati, we're going to have to make some difficult decisions in here. So, no, we're going to have to make a difficult decision. I've made that decision.
That's the last of them.
We're in for a fun time in here, Parvati. Okay, we're in for some good times in here, babe. I wonder if I should give her this powered armor. She's got an electrical hammer, a shotgun that only works short range. Okay, guess if we're going to be moving down. We're in a strange land again. Keep doing that. Energy source, right? So used to that being the crouch button. Gonna mute while I slurp on some tea. So, let me just try something. We're currently wearing a long gun helmet. Okay.
That was quick.
There's an auto-mag pistol. That should have left us 3 mag picks. Max had their day. That way death lies. Party. I cannot vouch for your safety any longer. Got to start thinking about munching on some stuff to improve our situation. But yeah, might be better off losing the long gun. Make sure we're fully reloaded, prepped. The party. Where did that sprat go? Optional. Use key cards. Where the key card is. About who's been coming here? By robot. having to stop and read this on stream because basically my stream overlay is in the way. Storage room across the hall. Control room it is. I'm gonna hack it. Hang on to those mag parts. Awfully quiet in here. Yeah, that's probably the control room. Map. That's got to be the control room there. Maybe. You can do this level stealth. See? traps. That was a barred door up there.
Processing. Nearby automat.
Got him all.
Way we came in. No idea what I've just activated. What is that? That noise scares the shit out of me every time. Good way of telling you that there's stuff in there.
Get away! No, 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 just leave me alone. No, 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 just leave me alone. Get away! Go away, Phantom. You're not real. You're not real. just leave me alone. Get away! You're not real. You're not real. You're not real. You're not real. No, 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 just leave me alone. Get away! You're not real. You're not real. Get away from me, Phantom. Shoot, scram! You can talk? The Phantom's never talked before. Ugh, I knew I shouldn't have eaten that sprat raw. See? See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting. Clearly, I mistook you for one of the phantoms of my imagination, which terrorized me on occasion. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder. Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant. Jimmy'd opened the vending machines. That lasted a good couple of months. Eventually, I had to resort to more unconventional means of filling my insides. Mechanicals lost their bolts, opened fire on anything that moved. It was pandemonium. I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started. So, as usual, I missed out. I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries, repaired them, maintained, upgraded, did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section. Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons. You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intergalactic adventurer. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead. Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering. There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Here, let me just write it down for you. Funny thing, I was working on a logic module just before the mayhem started. Security chief found me and confiscated the logic module.
Self-diagnostics complete. Navigation systems operational. Combat systems operational. It's not the best choice. It's the spacer's choice. Hostile actions towards spacer's choice mechanics are contrary to logical directive. Conclusion: all hostile automechanicals must be defective in compliance with spacer's choice policy. All defective automechanicals must be permanently dismantled. Please allow me to assist. Affirmative. Mechanicide protocols loaded. Awaiting confirmation.
Round in a circle. Quality. Again. Hey, how the frick do we get to that? Just bear with me. Terribly sorry about that. An update from the pub. In a pub that usually has 40 to 50 people in it this time in the week. It currently has 4, including the member of bar staff. This would be decision time then. One we're going to have to live with. Bavati is not going to like this. So we're going to save. Drop in a new save.
Yeah, huh? In the bar? When I asked if you were a drinker? Sorry. I know, it's none of my business. It's not like I think it a failing, mind. It's just I live right across the road. Most nights I watch folks out my window. When they come in here, they might be happy or sad. Mostly they're tired. When they leave, they're mad at themselves. Or they stumble into the alley and I listen to their hearts breaking. Maybe so, but we don't think on it that way. Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
Unexpected. Systems weeping.
We can handle it.
Really is. It's convoluted. Alright, you chill. You go back out again soon. Good boy. Oh, Mr. Snuggles. The dog's looking all kinds of cute.
Where'd it go? If we send the power to Miss McDevitt, what happens to the veil?
Shit, Jeremy, don't do that to me. The last. Once we do this, there's no going back. Hey, mister? Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do? I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished.
Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something. Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
Decision time. Based on the fact that I don't like deserters, turncoats.
I think you did the rightest thing you could sending the power back to Edgewater. A lot of people would have suffered otherwise. People I care for. Even if they ain't care much for me.
Spacer's choice, right? Let's get ready to go fight some meat bags. It should be an interesting conversation anyway. might have to kill Grace. Campfire.
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake that you are, chopped you into pieces and roasted you on a spit. This is all you're doing. Cutting off my power, killing off my garden. Without refrigeration, my food will spoil, and my flock will starve. I want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock, so they do not see me lose my temper. Tell me, why did you do it? You want my flock wasting their lives in that cannery? Fine. Go and talk to them. Go talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them in the eye and tell them their life here is over, and the only thing left to do is go back to Edgewater. This is now your responsibility. And you tell Reed Thompson that I will never return to Edgewater. I would rather die among my flowers than live under his management. You offering to cross Reed off, huh? This some sort of twisted reparation for what you've done? Or are you just looking for a chance to sow some chaos? Kill Reed if you must, or talk him into leaving if you can. He and I are not sharing the same four walls together. My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear. Tell Reed that I can make his people healthy again. I can end their plague. Start a new garden right in the cannery. 3 square meals for every man and woman in Edgewater. Tell him how I've made the Vale bloom again. The soil has whispered its secrets to me, and I alone know how to breathe life back into the earth. The secret is human corpses. I've been grinding them up in my fertilizer for years. Marauder, worker, don't matter much to me. The human body is rich with nutrients. Edgewater Cemetery's got corpses aplenty, enough for a generation's worth of crops.
Boy. Yes, you good boy.
What do you think you're doing?
The fuck's this power regulator?
Hope Adelaide's okay. Everybody keeps staring at me. It's not my fault the power's dead. Whoa, Miss Parvati. You're, what, how are you? Hi. Hello.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no, I'm just along with this fella here.
I seen you wandering around here. You don't look like you're coming from town. Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair. I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged. No kidding! Really? Ain't that just ironical? I appreciate you going. In fact, I put aside something special. Well, don't keep me... The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible! You really went 2 whole data pads? Sure. I've been thinking about going back. I get sick thinking about working at the cannery. You know something? I think I could do a lot of good in Edgewater. Maybe even keep a garage of my own with a little workbench. It's just... Adelaide's never gonna forgive me. Not in 100... Are you sure about... I expect we got no choice. Edgewater needs us back, and loath as I am to admit it, we need Edgewater. You okay with this, Grace?
My fears are all settled. Thanks for helping me with Zoe.
Just give us some time to gather our personals and say our goodbyes.
So there we have it. A man through and through. I think there's probably an ambush here.
Got it. Inside voices.
This is a fine day, friend. Power flows through our town like a cool stream of water. I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. So, when can I expect them back at their posts? That's good enough for me. Adelaide and I have a history. Was unlikely she'd ever come back. But hope springs eternal. We are in your debt. I am authorizing you for a discount on all official Spacer's Choice products, courtesy of the people of Edgewater. By all means. Thomas Kemp? I remember him. Had to write him up for daydreaming a few too many times.
He tries real hard, Mr. Thompson. This is something he wants to do. That'll make him twice as good.
I will give him a chance to impress me. If he knows his way around a toolbox, I may have a place for him in the Holcomb workshop. This whole fiasco is not one I am keen on repeating. I was too hard on my own workers. I pushed them to their breaking point. With more hands at the cannery, I expect productivity will rise. I expect we'll grow. And I expect I can ask corporate to send us some more medicine. We'll survive, one way or another.
Yeah, we're going to complete those side quests, but we're going to do that on Wednesday. Absolute badass. Thanks for joining if you did.